Hey guys, I'm Reader Not Found, and I'm back with another review. As you know, I review books on this channel in a calm, relaxing format that you can listen to in the background while cleaning up or when you are trying to fall asleep. I'm thinking of expanding to reviewing movies very soon too, so let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm a new YouTuber, so any feedback is welcome as well. Today's book is Deception Central, and I'm officially a member of the Alice Feeney cult. Welcome to my channel, Reader Not Found, where I make summary, recap and analysis videos of books I loved and some I did not. The book I am recapping today is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. The synopsis honestly doesn't even do it justice, but here it goes. Think you know the person you married? Think again. Things have been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. When Adam and Amelia win a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. Self-confessed workaholic, screenwriter, Adam Wright has lived with face blindness his whole life. He can't recognize friends or family, or even his own wife. Every anniversary, the couple exchange traditional gifts: paper, cotton, pottery, tin. And each year, Adam's wife writes him a letter that she never lets him read. Until now. They both know this weekend will make or break their marriage. But they didn't randomly win this trip. One of them is lying. Someone doesn't want them to live happily ever after. 10 years of marriage. 10 years of secrets. An anniversary they will never forget. Rock, Paper, Scissors is the latest exciting domestic thriller from the queen of the killer twist, New York Times, best-selling author Alice Feeney. So let's get into it. We have our lead couple, Amelia and Adam Wright, going through a rough patch in their marriage. Now, even though this was my first Alice Feeney novel, I had prerequisite knowledge that she wrote domestic thrillers. Other than that, I went into this absolutely blind. Now, having read multiple books by her, I can safely say she writes marital discord like no one's business. So, this couple who is in a metaphorical Cold War are on their way to Scotland for a getaway that Amelia won in a raffle at work, along with their lab, Bob. Their marriage counselor suggested they use the trip to try to save their marriage. So, as a last-ditch effort to save this marriage, they take this trip to Blackwater Chapel. At this point in the story, we are introduced to Adam's Law. Adam is a Hollywood screenwriter, known for adapting the works of Henry Winter, his favorite author. The one screenplay he's written that he's always wanted to see become a movie is his first one, titled Rock, Paper, Scissors. It's a twisted love story about a man who writes letters to his wife each year on their anniversary. Adam also has a disorder called prosopagnosia, where he's unable to recognize distinguishing features of people, so he can't recognize faces. Feeney makes a compelling narrative, where she cleverly alternates the chapters. In this book, from present day to annual love letters to Adam. The 3 POV narration of unreliable characters was very well done. Add to that the constant tension and immaculate pacing of the book, and we got a book that deserves to be adapted into a limited series. But I digress. These letters, inspired by Adam's unproduced screenplay, Rock, Paper, Scissors, hint at layers of deception and unspoken truths between the couple. The first letters describe how Adam gifted her with Bob when he initially proposed over 10 years ago. Then, on their first anniversary, she had suggested that Adam reach out to Henry Winter about adapting one of Winter's works. It resulted in Adam's first Henry Winter adaptation. In the letter, she writes about how Adam doesn't know the role she played in getting Henry Winter to agree to it. By their second anniversary, things are going better for them financially due to the Henry Winter adaptation. But it comes at a cost to their relationship because Adam is working so much more. We find out very soon that But these are letters penned, but not sent to Adam. But these letters provide crucial insights into the past via well-placed flashbacks. In present day, they arrive at an isolated old church called Blackwater Chapel. Feeney sets the atmospheric ambience, with the chapel being dusty and creepy. Constant power outages, frequently due to the snowstorms in the area. The setting is honestly so creepy that it made my skin crawl initially. The night is interrupted when Amelia screams after seeing someone's face in the window. Unbeknownst to them, the person peeking in was Robin, a woman who lives in a shabby cottage nearby. Once we are introduced to Robin, we get additional chapters with Robin's POV. In my opinion, these alternating chapters added to many layers to the book. I have read a lot of books that use this tool, but fail to keep you hooked. In Rock, Paper, Scissors, these were crucial for the final reveal. Meanwhile, more spice is added as we witness how dysfunctional this couple is, with even a scene where Adam tells himself that Amelia considered letting him die for a moment when she hesitates to save him. The couple has peak trust issues, the jarring portrayal of which was honestly quite fun to read. That night, Adam has a nightmare where Amelia is driving when she hits a woman in a red kimono. The nightmare is based on his memory of his mother, who was killed in a hit-and-run accident. She had been wearing a red kimono at the time. This is a recurring nightmare for Adam, as it is rooted in a harrowing memory. This relationship descends further down the hellhole when, as Amelia sleeps, Adam goes downstairs to turn off the generator on purpose, but lets Amelia believe that it's a power outage. He thinks about how jealous and suspicious Amelia is all the time and feels frustrated. He knows that he has cheated before, but so has Amelia. In flashbacks told through the letters talk about how by their 3rd anniversary, Adam's work has increasingly strained their marriage, with Adam penning more Henry Winter adaptations. Adam also jumps at any opportunity to spend time with Henry, even when it means canceling on plans. They're also having trouble conceiving, when there starts to be interest in finally turning Rock, Paper, Scissors into a movie that becomes Adam's first priority. There's a brief issue with jealousy over Adam spending time with the beautiful lead actress, October O'Brien. Eventually, however, the project gets shelved after October commits suicide. In the present, with the power out and the trip going poorly in general, they decide to leave the next morning. Unknown to them, Robin has been sneaking around the chapel. She has overheard them saying they were planning on leaving, but knows she won't let that happen. The next morning, Amelia and Adam get ready to go, only to find that Bob is missing and their tires have been slashed. As they look for Bob, they find Robin's cabin. They try knocking, but she doesn't answer. Adam gets a glimpse of her inside, but she quickly shuts all the curtains. Since they have no choice left, they return to the chapel, where they find a brochure talking about how Blackwater Chapel used to be used as a prison for people being accused of witchcraft and ghosts. They also find a secret room, which Adam recognizes. He realizes that he saw a picture of Henry Winter there once. This room is a study, and this property belongs to Henry. Adam has been out of touch with Henry lately. Adam told him he was going to work on his own stuff instead of adapting more of Henry's books, and never heard from him again. But outside, they find Henry's gravestone. It shows that he's been dead since 2018, 2 years ago. Switching to Robin's point of view, she narrates that Henry is her father and reached out to her before he died. Robin reveals that Henry made up everything about the ghosts, whatnot at Blackwater, to keep people away. They had a bad relationship, but he had asked her to sort out his will before he passed away. Henry had been a bully. Robin believes he killed her mother, who drowned in a bathtub. He even wrote a book where a man kills his wife in a bathtub. Later, Robin wrote a story in school about a writer who commits crimes. Henry retaliated by cutting off her hair. As a result, Robin has refused to touch any of the money he left her, except for using some money to prepare for Adam and Amelia's arrival. Meanwhile, in the letters, we learn that on what would have been their 10th anniversary, Adam was caught cheating with her best friend from work. In the present, Adam and Amelia notice some photos have been added on the walls. Amelia realizes that there's a photo of Adam on his wedding day with Henry in the background. It's him with his first wife, Robin. This is the first big plot twist. The letters were written by Robin, not Amelia. Robin and Adam were married for nearly 10 years. He cheated on her with her best friend from work, Amelia. After the divorce, he married Amelia. I won't lie. My mind was blown at the plot twist. The letters provided for such good misdirection. My jaw was literally on the floor. Robin writes, today is what would have been their 11th anniversary in her chapter. Robin writes another letter to Adam, explaining how her father had hired a private investigator, Samuel Smith, to keep tabs on her and Adam. Through his research, she learned that Amelia is actually the person who was in the car that killed Adam's mother. In the present, Robin locks them inside, slips an envelope with the letters she's written under the door. Adam reads the letters, confronts Amelia with this information. Amelia seems frantic and comes at him with a knife, but Robin attacks her with a pair of scissors. Adam and Robin end up getting back together. Adam then narrates the truth about what really happened regarding his mother's death. Amelia had been an old girlfriend of his, and they'd been in the car together. She distracted him as he was driving, and he was the one who hit and killed his mother. Amelia then drove off. When he cheated on Robin with Amelia, he did not recognize the woman due to his condition of prosopagnosia. Insanity! In the last chapter, we get one more POV. Sam Smith, the private investigator, hasn't heard from Henry in some time and goes looking for him at Blackwater. According to Henry, Robin had been a troubled child who had an overactive imagination. When he disciplined her for it once, she cut off her own hair. Sam finds Henry's grave, and he thinks he hears someone whispering his name. When he finds a sapphire ring, a ring Adam gave to Robin and then later Amelia, with a ring finger, presumably Amelia's from when Robin attacked her, still attached, Sam runs away from Blackwater. That brings the book to an end. And despite some questions, I felt that this book was definitely worth my time. I did not like the inclusion of the last chapter, which led me to rate this book a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. Despite that, I love this book. It is a book you stay up late reading only to realize it is 7 a.m. First of all, the atmosphere. Stunning. That Scottish chapel is basically its own character. It's claustrophobic, creepy, and so vivid, I was literally checking my own windows for faces. The snowstorm setting is such a vibe catalyzed by people with marriage problems. And Adam's face blindness? It's used so brilliantly. Usually, in thrillers, medical conditions feel like cheap tropes. But here, it adds this terrifying layer of isolation. Imagine not being able to recognize your own wife in a dark hallway. No, thank you. The twists. Oh my God, the twists. I pride myself on guessing endings, but Alice Feeney played me like a fiddle. When you realize the letters aren't from Amelia, but from Robin, the first wife, I actually gasped out loud. The timeline manipulation is so seamless that when the rug gets pulled out from under you, you realize the clues were there the whole time. And that ending? It's messy in the best way possible. It turns the whole victim narrative on its head. It's not just a whodunit, it's a who are they really? And the answer is everyone is a villain in someone else's story. If you're tired of predictable, cookie-cutter thrillers, you need to read this. It's gothic, it's heart-wrenching, and the writing is so sharp it could cut glass. I highly recommend this book, and this one also introduced me to Alice Feeney. Forever grateful for that. Her misdirections, red herrings are something I look forward to when I need a quick thriller to get me out of a slump. The writing is not too heavy or drab. You might feel she stretches the point at some places, but the payoff is so damn good. By now, I've read all her book, and I'm going to review them in succession here as well. And never once have I left dissatisfied from the experience. If you've read this author, let me know in comments. If you have some recommendations, let me know in the comments. And if you want something reviewed, let me know in the comments as well. Thank you for listening. Signing off. See you next time.